Good morning and happy day 11 of Vlogmas. I have to come clean with you guys. I did not film yesterday because if you can't tell, I did get a little worse. I have the flu. So just to catch you up, today is Friday, December 8th. Kevin has been fighting this sickness since Thanksgiving. We didn't know what it was. And I miraculously was not getting sick. And I was like, great. Tuesday evening, I started feeling like a little achy. So I went to bed super early, hoping I could just sleep whatever it was off. I woke up the next day, very sore throat, full body aches. And that was the Natasha Ocean day, which I guess is what you saw yesterday. Yesterday I woke up, felt terrible. Had a low-grade fever, like 100.2, but enough where we were like, should go to urgent care. And now I'm on Tamiflu, which is good, but definitely not like 100% yet. I canceled my live classes for the rest of the week. I canceled any in-person stuff. And honestly, I don't really know what I'm gonna do about this. If you've been watching along, you're probably like, oh, you're like 4 days ahead. Like you're good. You gave yourself a buffer. I gave myself a buffer because I have to miss 3 days of filming because I'm going away for a bachelorette party. So it seems like we're gonna have a gap day in here. I don't really know. I'll figure it out. At the end of the day, it's not that serious. Like my health is more important. And I think we're all on the same page there. So I might be able to sneak in an extra day of filming, or we might just have a gap day. And I don't know, maybe I'll upload like a free workout or something from the Fit Club. But let's talk about today, because you're probably like, girl, why are you gonna work out? Well, we're doing Pamela Reif today, or Pamela Reif, I think that's how you say it. And as I was scrolling through her page, a few things that did stand out to me were some of the stretching workouts, because she does have a number that are all related to posture. So I felt like that would be a really nice topic to talk about today. I have tried some of her ab workouts in a previous video before. They're good. They're very like typical YouTuber, no talking, really aesthetic, ab burny type of workouts. And I don't mean this in like a mean way, but I just feel like her channel is very typical YouTuber showing workouts with an aesthetic background and nice editing. If I wanted to get snarky, we could go to the description of her app, where she quite literally says, "It's my job to have a flat tummy and toned thighs, and it's not even that hard." But no, we're not getting into that today. We'll just drop that and walk away from it. So the two stretching videos that we're gonna do today are 10-minute bye-bye round back and 10-minute office life stretch. So that's what to expect later, very low impact. We're gonna figure out tomorrow when we get to it. Let's just take this one step at a time all together, and let's talk about our schedule today. I canceled a lot of shit today. I have a virtual client at 10:15. After that, I just kind of wanna like get the apartment feeling more together. I feel like I've been living like a total slob. Then we're going to do the workout today. We'll edit it. I have one more training client later, and then I have a few Fit Club Fridays, and then we're just going to go to sleep. So I'm just gonna start to move around, tidy up the space, get presentable. I feel like that's gonna make me feel better, and I will see you all in a little bit.
I've been around, but I can't get you out of my head. Try to stray, try to forget, but the thoughts, they seem to drown me instead. I've always wondered what it takes to fill this empty void inside, but now I've realized you were what I needed this whole time. I've been around, no one else has got me feeling this way. Every minute, every hour I spend is on you every single day. I've always wondered what it takes to fill this empty void inside. Something about you makes me wanna be with you for a long time.
What have I been letting my hair do all day? We're gonna fix this as we chat. So there's two things we have to talk about. Were these workouts science-backed, and did I enjoy them? I'm gonna go right to the descriptions because I think these can be a really good jumping off point for the topic of posture in general. Having a hard time sitting straight, walking around with a humpback, making yourself smaller than you are, let's get you a straight back. The typical desk position can lead to tightness, and your back looking round equals sitting a lot can make this happen. It might be comfy for the moment to sit with a round back, but long-term you will most likely suffer from back pain and stiffness. Standing straight instantly makes you look taller, fitter, and more confident. This routine opens the chest, mobilizes the spine, stretches the shoulders and the back. Let's get a better posture. So I want to play devil's advocate here really quickly because you will hear this a lot when you hear about posture. There is a misconception that sitting with a round spine is bad and sitting with a straight spine is good. Because I guarantee you, if you sat with a straight spine all day, your back would still hurt. Overall movement here is going to be key. So if you think about the spine, it's not meant to be in one position all day. We have individual vertebrae for a reason. The spine is meant to flex, extend, rotate, and then laterally bend and extend. So while yes, a lot of people end up sitting like this during the day, if you also sat like this during the day, your spine wouldn't feel great either. So I understand what Pamela is saying, but I think that it's important to also know that we don't need to demonize one posture over another. Perfect posture doesn't exist. In my opinion, perfect posture is like making sure that we can access all of the postures available to us. Meaning if we go from cervical spine, thoracic spine to lumbar spine, do we have flexion and extension in all of these positions? Do we have rotation in all of these positions? Do we have the lateral bending and extending? It's more important to make sure that we have that full mobility rather than thinking that this one position is bad and this other position is good. The big thing that I expected going in was like a bunch of static stretches. And if we are only stretching different muscles, that's definitely going to provide relief in the short term, but long term, it's not really going to do that much. Because you can stretch all day long, but if your muscles aren't strong enough to own that position, you're not going to be able to keep your body in it. So that's what the description says. That's what I kind of expected. And I have to say, I was genuinely very surprised. I thought especially in the first video, Pamela did a good job of getting some strength work in there. We did some Y lifts, we did some T lifts. That's definitely like a staple in a lot of the corrective work that I'll do with a lot of people who maybe have more of a forward head position, who aren't able to really connect to those small muscles along the spine. And look, it's definitely more ideal to get to the root cause of an issue, right? Like if we're thinking of the issue here as like a rounded spine, that might be how the posture is presenting, but there's a number of different underlying things that could be contributing to that. It could be a lack of scapular extension. It could be a lack of shoulder external rotation. It could be a lack of thoracic mobility. So obviously it's best to attack the underlying issue and go from there. But with a generalized video like this, I do think it's a fine starting place. I obviously would have loved some cueing, especially for something like the floor slides. If you're doing that correctly, that is actually a very challenging strength drill because you're trying to keep your low back, your shoulder blades, your elbows, and your hands actively pressing into the floor the entire time. So it shouldn't just be kind of lackadaisical, pushing your arms overhead and pulling them back down. You should actually be pressing as hard as you can control down into the ground before something has to pop up. I also think that it was a little funny, and I'm not being mean, but it was a little funny that Pam's posture in this, again, there's no right or wrong posture, but she did have like the Instagram girl posture for a lot of these exercises with like the flared rib cage, the super arched low back, the booty popped out. And again, that's not a bad position to be in, but with a lot of these drills, especially the strength ones, we do want to be working from a neutral spine. So I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny. Overall though, with the claims made and the way that it was executed, I thought she did a pretty good job. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 for science backed. Let's talk about enjoyment. That was the perfect amount of movement for me today. I think overall the programming could have had more structure. Like even though all of the individual exercises were fine, it did definitely feel very like random. Like I feel like she could have put all of those exercises in my bowl and picked them out one by one. And that is like the very typical YouTuber fitness influencer type of workout, like I kind of talked about at the beginning. Like that's just kind of her vibe. And it's fine, but there are definitely better ways to go about programming and workouts. Like I said earlier too, there was no verbal cueing and I would have appreciated some of that. But overall, I was happily surprised. And I think that some of my score right now is influenced by the fact that I couldn't even imagine doing a strength workout right now. So luckily for Pam, she's getting a 4 out of 5 for enjoyment. Can we all see now how like arbitrary these scores are? So no one should be getting upset in the comments. Let's Let's pick tomorrow's workout. Oh my gosh. Depending on what this is, it might need to change depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow. Let's just go for it and we're gonna see what happens. Please be a yoga with Adrian or Cassandra. Tomorrow's workout is Daniel LP. Who? All right, the first thing that comes up is a private Instagram account. The next thing that comes up is real estate and someone on the Discovery Channel. Hold on. Oh, okay. Whoever wrote it, it's supposed to be Daniel PT Fitness, I think. Okay. I got some ideas. So that is the current plan for tomorrow. I have some ideas. That wouldn't kill me. All right, Daniel. We're coming at you tomorrow. Thank you again for bearing through sickness. I'm realizing now too, last year I was sick during Vlogmas, so it's apparently becoming a yearly tradition. We're gonna hope I feel better tomorrow, and luckily it's a Saturday. I have nothing planned except for getting myself through this, so probably be a boring day in the life, but at least we do get a workout in there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and I will see you all tomorrow.